Oh, sorry, I just put my trombone away there. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you're having a really wonderful Saturday. The sun is out, it's shining. Hip, 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 hooray indeed. And we're all in quite a jovial mood here at Crafters TV because we've got a really fabulous extended weekend full of crafting for you. And I am reunited. We hadn't worked together in so long, and now we've got all the shows. It's so fabulous. Debbie Fisher's back.
I was just going to say, we went last week, Joe.
I mean, before last week, we haven't worked with each other.
It was ages. How are you? And hi everyone out there. Happy Saturday. We've got a fun packed weekend, me and Joe, which is great. We've got Dream Team in as well, so we're very lucky.
Yes, it's a masterclass. We've had a lot there. We haven't even started on the chocolate yet either, so...
Oh, I have.
Have you? Well, you got chocolate?
Yeah, no, I'm just... It was
can I have a bit?
No, I've only got one little bit left.
Oh, go on, don't be
It
tight.
was off Becky. Did you get... you had yours off Becky. Where's yours?
It's in my drawer.
So you're going to give me a bit of yours?
Yeah. Thank you.
It was Becky left us a little Easter Twix rabbit, little bunny. So, yes. Oh!
Johnny has only gone and eaten Georgina's rabbit. She's going to be fuming. She's going to come in. She's not going to be able to find her rabbit. She'll be searching high and low for that thing.
We won't tell her we all got one.
Johnny, I think you might have to go and buy one from the shop, you know. Anyway, yeah, happy Easter. I hope you're having a wonderful time. I hope you're celebrating somehow. We're celebrating with a masterclass this afternoon, all things flower forming, which is fabulous. And there's loads of other brilliant stuff in the show for you as well. Everyone's very chatty this weekend, you know, Debbie.
Oh, I love it.
Loads of people chatting away with us. Laquietta's in, Laurie Goodlow's here as well from Wisconsin. Bubble and Squeak says hi from South Coast. I don't think that's their Christian name. Sherry is in as well. She's saying hi from Illinois. Who else we got? That little rabbit's got stuck in my throat. Lisa, as well, is in Minnesota. Christina's in as well from South Carolina. Elaine is in from Coventry too. Did you hear, Debbie?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you
Did
heard
I hear?
about this? Well, there's loads of Easter treats coming your way this weekend. We're two of them. You've got triple points across absolutely everything that you buy between now and the end of Monday, which is amazing. But, well, this was meant to last up until the end of tomorrow, but that is not going to happen because already a third of this has gone just in that first show that we shared with you. It is your Weekend Super Saver die cutting mystery bag. Over £100 or $140 worth of products in here. Some absolute heroes. Heroes? Heroes? What's a hero?
I like it.
I don't know. It's got to be one of those shows, isn't it? So let me show you what's in here then. You're going to get a die brush in here, some replacement heads for that. There's a pokey tool in there. So all essentials that you need, you can't get enough of. And then, like a hit parade of some of our most popular dies in here is what you've got. So in here we've got some awesome double-sided sentiments. You've got interchangeable dies in here. I'm having a good rummage. This is full. You've got some sentiments in there. It will be, contents may vary. It is one per customer though, because the value is that incredible. Look at those. They are those liftables, all completely disconnected, those ones. Double-sided toppers. Double-sided edgeable in there for you. Oh, stained glass windows. Yes, please. We've also got some decoupage dies in here and some of our amazing sentiment edgeables as well. All of that. You should be looking at over £100, over $140. Today, though, you have to be quick. A third has gone. £30, $40. Saves you over £70, over $100 saved. And you can use your Club Inspired discount as well. And you know what? You can even have triple points on it as well. How amazing is that? I know. But, of course, this masterclass is going to be focusing on flower forming, something that we know so many of you absolutely love and adore. So I'm going to take you through. We have got a bumper selection of dies for you. I know we usually bring these to you in sort of kits where you'll get some dies, some foam, some stamens, but we wanted to bring you a collection where we offer you all the dies. So if you've already got lots of foam and stamens, this could be the one for you. In here, you are going to get some of our newer dies and some of the originals as well, some of the all-time favourites. So you've got the autumn leaves, you've also got the holly, This one here is your pine cone. Now, there's so many different things that you can do with that. You can really manipulate that and change it into a myriad of different flowers. You've then got the foliage in there too, and this works so well with all of your floral dies. You're going to get the poinsettia in there, and also the ivy. So they're the 8 at the top. You've also then got as well the original 4 of your all-time favourites there along the bottom too. So the lily, the peony, the clover as well, and I'm missing one, aren't I? I'm going round. You're going to get the leaves and vines, the peony, the clover, and the lily. They are the 4 original ones that you are also getting included. You are, of course, getting these 2 gorgeous ones in here, which is that Christmas rose and also that hydrangea garden too. Brilliant, brilliant value here. Saves you £28.89, £37.41. Very busy on that already. I would definitely urge you to get over to the website and have a look at all the offers that are in this show. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Hit the shop the day button. That's all the products for the entire day are listed in there. We've got brilliant bundles on things like foam, all of the essential tools, the stamens there, absolutely everything you need. And also, I know flower forming is one of those things always seems to generate lots and lots of questions from you. So if you want to get those questions into me, this is the perfect opportunity. Crafters TV if you're on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube, and I will fire those questions across to the lovely Debbie. Lots and lots and lots of you saying hello as well. Let me know what you're up to. I'd love to know how you're celebrating Easter. We found out in the earlier show, Debbie, they don't have Easter eggs in the US. Don't have big chocolate eggs like we have, no.
So what do they have?
They have sort of plastic eggs that they put chocolates and sweets in, or jelly beans, or like marshmallows and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, they were asking to see my egg earlier. I'll grab it in the show it to you.
Oh. I wonder where that tradition of chocolate eggs come from then, because obviously we know where the egg comes from of the religious sort, but I don't know where the chocolate came into that.
Don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Yes,
in this
let
show,
us know
Debbie.
if you know.
Maybe
Absolutely. Right, let's get started. So, on one of our bundles, we have a mixture of both our Christmas and sort of everyday. I love this bundle. If you are new to flower forming foam, this is definitely the show for you. So make sure you bookmark it or write it down when the date was so you can watch back. Because flower forming foam is really easy to do. Our foam is one of the best on the market in my opinion. It's amazing. I've used lots of different ones, and our Corinne as well. She is a flower forming expert. She started her career with the foam, and she says ours is really good. She said it's amazing. Now, what I'm going to use to start with is the lily, because lilies are always the hardest one to sort of do sometimes to form that perfect flower. What I love about this is we're getting the dies. So we've got the one I'm going to use is a lily. We've also got a peony. We're using the Christmas rose, and we're going to do the clover as well, because even though clover is not typically what we would think of as a flower, it makes a good flower, if that makes sense. So we've got all those ones there. I'm just going to pop them all back, and we'll start with these ones. Now, the best thing about these, I'm going to use one of the bigger, one of the smaller. So we've got 2 different sizes there. You're getting 5 different sizes of that lily. And the lily typically has 3 petals underneath and 3 petals on the top. And we're going to cut both of those out. Now what I am doing is folding my foam. So I've got a piece of foam, I'm folding it once and folding it again. So I can cut 4 pieces out in one go. And that's the main thing I love about this. The fact that you can get so much out of your foam. So we're going to place those onto there like so. And then as we're cutting some out, let's cut some of our peony as well. So let's do the peony, and again I'm going to cut the two biggest ones really, and we're going to do that in our lilac. So let's do that one. So just again folding that over, excuse me, and then folding it over again.
Loving the nails, Debbie.
Oh, I know, I've got my bright pink ones.
They're really cool.
They're a little bit, can I fit both on there? I might have been a little bit frugal with my, I think we might just fit it on. Yeah, there we go. I am going to take those dies together to stop them shifting. I'm going to do the same with this one as well. There we go, and we'll cut those in our machine. So the main thing I love about flower forming foam is the fact that you can cut multiple flowers in one go. It just makes life very simple and easy to get on with the creative part. The other thing that you do need when you're creating with foam is an iron. You can use a craft iron, you can use just an everyday iron like we're using. You can even use a heat tool. It just takes a little bit longer and you don't get the same effects, but it is possible. So if you don't want to use your iron, the foam won't affect your iron at all. What it will do is if you decide to ink your foam, because you can do that as well, what you might find is then the ink might stain onto your iron, which you might not want to do.
Okay.
So what I would say is do your inking afterwards, not before you put it onto your iron. Right, so let's do these ones to start off with and pop those there. So we have our peony and our lily. Just making sure they go back on because we've got lots of flowers to get through today. So I'm just making sure I pop all these in the right place.
What I would say as well, Debbie, if you are maybe seeing flower forming here on Crafty TV for the first time, it's capturing your imagination. Remember, you can go back and watch all the previous shows back. There's masterclasses, craft-alongs, isn't there? Launches. I mean, there's hours and hours and hours of inspiration. So if you're watching this and you're ordering this show, you're going to be able to watch this back anytime you like, but also all of those previous shows as well, which is always such a handy tool.
I've torn that one. Be careful when you're taking them out, but it doesn't matter. We've got plenty because we've got 4 of our petals. And then we're just going to part these ones. So you could get 6 cut in one pass, but then they're a bit more difficult. They sort of compress them so much that they're hard to get apart. So what I would say is 4 is a good number to do. So just parting these. So as you can see, they've made the flowers beautiful. So if you just wanted to just make these up as a flower, you can do so. But by heating them, it means you can then manipulate the petals. And you can get really gorgeous designs. So I'm going to start off with my largest one. And all I want to do with the lily, you don't need to do too much with the lily. Have we got the ball tools on as well, Joe?
We do indeed, yes.
Fabulous. So all I'm going to do is, as I place this onto here, I'm just going to move those and then let that fall. And naturally, that one I've put on for far too long. So I'm just going to let that off and let it fall.
Amazing. If you buy the ball tools, you get the petal distress tool free of charge as well, which is handy. Details are there along the bottom of your screen.
So, and then all we're going to do with this one, I'm going to bring in a different one here, and we're just going to use our ball tool just to go over the top there. Because what I want to do is, oh, I've just torn it. I'm being really heavy, heavy-handed today.
It's that Malteser bunny you've had, isn't it?
I'm not stressed at all, Johnny, no. That's funny. I might be stressed next weekend because I've got my grandchildren all now.
You got the grandchildren?
I've got the grandchildren all next week, yeah. Next weekend, yeah. So from Friday to Sunday. We're going to go to Woburn Safari Park on the Sunday. Picking them up on Friday. Is that one of those ones where you
drive through in your car?
Yes, yeah. It's still a park that you can walk around and see animals, and then you can drive through to see all the other animals.
The monkeys jump on your car?
Yeah, the monkeys jump on your car, yeah.
That sounds like...
Oh, don't. I've hit my car.
No, Debbie.
I know.
Not the bumblebee.
I know. Well, no, it's not my little sunshine. In the back. Yeah, so now I've got a bump at the front and a bump at the back.
Oh, at least you've evened it out. What happened?
Really sillily, and I'm normally so clever, it was in the blind spot, so I was going down the road and I was parking on the side, and I thought I wanted to get nearer where the pay thingy was, the pay
Right,
thing.
yeah.
And there was no parking space, so I thought, oh, I'll just reverse back here. So as I reversed, there wasn't no pavement. So it literally obviously went to the back and just hit the back of the lamppost.
Oh dear.
Yes, I have, Johnny, but it obviously...
When did you bump the front?
Oh, a long ages ago.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I know. Been driving for years without anything, and then I get 2 bumps. Oh, and coming out, so then I'm worried, so I will carry on this demo. I was worried because I'm a little bit superstitious, so I think all things come in 3.
Right.
Stone chipped up today and chipped my windscreen.
Oh, man.
On the way here, literally, I got a chip in my windscreen, so I thought, right, that's it. At least that's the 3rd.
At least
so
all out of
okay.
the way now, that's done.
Yeah. Right, now, what I am going to do with these, Joe, let me just, I did have a pen, here it is, right in front of me. Don't be frightened to use your alcohol markers, because these are great for adding detail in. So, you know, you sort of get your, although we're going to put some stamens in here, these are great, because if you just use some dots over here, it really creates that effect that you would have naturally on a lily. So just doing those dots. The longer you leave it on there, the bigger dots you would get, but you get a really nice effect, and I love that. It just makes it look
cute,
that,
isn't it?
yeah, a little bit more realistic. So nice and easy.
Do you know what I'd love to see, Debbie?
What's
if anyone's
that?
got any pictures of the flower forming projects that they've completed, it'd be
Oh,
nice
absolutely.
for you to send them in to us. It's really easy to send your pictures to us. Just email them to us, attach them to an email, send it to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Details are just down there on the bottom of your screen. So we'll try and share some of those a little later in the show.
Absolutely. Right, Joe. Now, with your stamens, so we've got all different types of stamens. You can either use floristry wire. So I've got some wire here, which is just like normal. This one's jewellery wire, but you can use your floristry wire, which is good as well. Or on your, when you get your little stamens in pack, there's a little bit of a wire that goes round them. Okay. I mean, you can only use it once, but it is a little bit. Use that and you can tie that into your stamens.
Amazing.
And that'll then help poke them through. If you don't have any sort of wire at all, you can just use your pokey tool and poke them through. It's just a little bit more fiddly. So I am just going to take a small piece of wire from here, and I'm going to show you it from scratch just so you know how we do it. I do have some like throughout the show to have already to pop through, but just taking off a little bit of your wire, all I'm going to do is I twist those, fold them in half, so that gives you the double. I'm using about, I would say, anything from sort of 4 to 6, and then they sort of double up, so you get those beautiful stamens. And then all you do with your wire is just turn it round. So it just creates those little stamens so we can pop them through. Now I always like to use my pokey tool. It's the easiest thing, I think, to make that hole and to have them where you need them. So it's just pop that through, and that one.
It's interesting because all of our experts, lots of you have sort of slightly different methods, don't you, in how you put the flowers together. But it just goes to show, I guess, there's no right or wrong way, really, is there? Just whatever works for you and gives you that desired look.
Yeah, whatever works for you, exactly that. So we're just going to pop that through, and you can then just pull all your stamens through, and then you get that beautiful lily. But look how realistic that is.
Really
I mean, it looks amazing, doesn't it? And your leaves will turn and twist. And what I love about it is that they will, it will last, Joe. They won't go back to being flat. They will stay like that. Now, if you do want to just keep those like parted and not turning round, get yourself a hot glue gun, and all I'm going to do is just put a little tiny amount underneath the petals there, and that will just hold that one in place, and then when we put them on, they will stay where you want them to be, and then you can just cut. So you can reuse this wire because, well, the other thing you do, Joe, is if you use your pokey tool, you can twist your wire around. You know when you get those really sort of decorative stems? Yeah. Like that, so you can have little curly stems, so then when you pop them on, you can have your little stems sort of coming out there, which look really effective. Okay, so that's our first one. Let's do one more before we go back to you, and then we've got then a couple more, and then to make our card up as well. So again, when you're using these types of things, I'm going to bring, have we got the finger toboggan and the rubber mat?
Yes, so it's coming free with the ball tools.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Right, so I'm going to use that. We are the only company I know that do a tool like this, and it comes from Leanne. She wanted something that made flowers look more distressed, and she asked the team about designing something that you could use, and this is what they come up with, which is ingenious because it's amazing. Now again, all you're going to do is we're going to place our flower flower onto there. Just give it a little swirl in the centre. Then what we're going to do, we're going to place our petals together. So 2 together, there's 5 here, and then just place that last one. And all we're going to do is roll that up. So just roll it together, so you've got a little roll. Get your mat, and then all you can do is literally roll that over there, because what that does is you can see straight away, distresses those petal edges, and it makes them more realistic. So let's bring in our bigger board tool. I'm just going to turn my iron so I don't burn myself. And we're just going to gently make our flowers go over the top there, just stretching that out, but we're leaving those sort of frayed edges, which has really distressed them nicely. And then just bring in some sponge. I think you do get a sponge with your ball tools. It's a little bit different to this one. This was just an old piece of sponge I had at home. We're going to leave that one in there while we do another one. You also get a sponge with your, that's it, dye brush tool. Thank you, Johnny. I forgot what it was called then, which comes in the goodie bag. So you definitely get a dye brush in every Missy bag. Wow, that's amazing. And then again, so we're just going to keep distressing our flowers. So let's just do some more of these.
Lots of people still tuning in and saying hello from all over as well today, Debbie. Mary Pat's in Montana, Rhonda's in Oak Park, Illinois. Olga's in New York, Debbie's also in New York, Miriam's in South Carolina, Tony is in Texas, Joanne in New York as well, Stacey's in New York seems to be the place to be today, doesn't it?
Seem to be the place to be.
Nee is in New Jersey, just over the water, Donna's in Ohio, Donnie, Jerry's in Maryland as well, Laurie is in Ohio as well, Ohio Laurie. She says, Joe, we have chocolate eggs and bunnies. Cadbury's make chocolate eggs filled with cream, chocolate, peanut butter, caramel. Hello, ding dong. Yes, please.
See, I'm not really a peanut butter and chocolate person. I love crunchy peanut butter on toast and on crumpets, but yes. I don't like it on toast or
I do
on
love a
chocolate.
Crumpet, Debbie.
Yeah, I love crumpet, yeah.
Mary Pat says, hello Debbie and Joe, I'm ready for some fabulous inspiration, sprinkled with giggles. There might be a giggle or two in the show. Miriam loves flower forming, paper, crepe and foam, she says. That is an uber total complete package of flower forming dyes. Wow, says Nee. It really is. Nee also says, we do have chocolate Cadbury bunnies, Joe. Goes some way to make up for it.
So this is in America, so Cadbury's do chocolate in America then?
I believe so. Miriam says, I love Debbie's dress. She looks so cheery, flowery and Easter looking.
Oh, thank you very much.
I forgot to bring my bonnet in with me, Debbie.
I've got us ears, Joe.
You've got us ears, amazing.
I've got us ears for Easter Sunday, yeah.
Susie would like to know, what is a crumpet, Debbie?
Oh, well, it's actually like a, what would you say? It's like a doughy, like, not waffle, not bagel. What would you say? I don't know what
so it's like a very stretchy, stodgy, airy bread. Rather than being baked, it's cooked on a hot surface, isn't it?
And it's got lots of holes in it.
Loads of holes, and very chewy.
You put loads of butters in.
Lashings of butter.
And you have them hot, you toast them, and they are delicious. They're just lovely. So just with butter, they're lovely, but I do love mine with peanut butter.
I stayed in a hotel once and they had homemade crumpets, Debbie.
Homemade
crumpets. They were making them there and then.
Wow.
So good. Can I use other flower dyes to cut foam and make flowers? Asked Jerry.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I think what you find when you buy flower forming dyes, they have a bigger amount of space and they make specific flowers, but that doesn't mean you can't turn them into something else. And also, absolutely try just your normal everyday flower dyes because they would work on your foam. So if you need to stock up on foam, I'm assuming we have some good bundles of foam. Which is always needed. In fact, I'm getting a bit low in my own stash, Joe, so I think I'm going to need to stock up myself. Yeah, absolutely. And what I do love is most of Sarah's signatures now, or even the Nature's Gardens, sometimes come with foam packs and new foam dyes. So it's something we'll always continue to do. So and bring you lots of inspiration to make the flowers.
Susie says, "Oh yes, please. Sounds delicious."
It is. Yeah, I love them.
And is it like an English muffin?
Well, actually, a muffin's the closest thing to say what it's like, but it doesn't taste at all like a muffin.
It's lighter and fluffier and
holy,
airier.
more holy.
Yeah.
Lots of holes. We'll have to, I'll have to, when I next have them, I have crumpets.
Bring a crumpet in for us. You got any at the house?
No. I was thinking I could take a picture.
Do you know what I've not had yet?
What's that?
A hot cross bun.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Although, me being me, I don't like dried fruit, so I have to pick all the fruit out.
Can't you get plain ones?
No, because then they say they're not hot cross buns. You can get now different like chocolate and orange ones, and they're delicious.
Do you know what I saw in Co-op yesterday? Other shops are available, but Co-op, if you're listening, sort it out, have a word. For Easter, carrot sticks and chocolate hummus.
Oh.
As a snack, chocolate hummus with carrot sticks.
And for Easter, what do you mean for Easter? Were they done in an Easter pack?
I think it's an Easter special, like they just have it at Easter.
Oh, okay.
Chocolate hummus with carrot sticks. No.
Oh, no.
I don't think there's a place for that in modern society. Debbie and Joe, do you have your bunny ears ready for tomorrow? I do. We do, Christine.
We do. I've bought us different ones as well.
Oh.
Look at that. How
that
beautiful.
is beautiful.
I know, it's so lovely, isn't it? So nice. And look, so realistic. You could even use your inks as well. Put your inks on top of there. Right, so I've got some stamens already done. So we're just going to place those through that centre and pop them in. And just have them out. You can have them as much out or as little as you want, but look at that. I mean, it's just the perfect peony. I mean, just beautiful. So we've then got our lily and we've got our peony. Shall I let you do what you've got to do now, Joe? And then I'll get ready to do a couple more flowers and then we'll make a finished card with those.
Sure thing. Nettie New says crumpets with garlic and mozzarella cheese under the grill.
Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, Joe, do you not fancy that?
No, I do,
yeah.
Oh, yes, ding dong, yes, please.
Yes.
Christina Scott says, I'm a British transplant to the US, and I can tell you that the Cadbury's chocolate in the US just not as good as tasting the Cadbury's chocolate in England. There we are. The people have spoken. Lots of you talking about flower forming as well. We've got some pictures to share with you already. Catherine sent us in a picture of something she's made.
Wow,
loving that.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Really cool. Really cool. Shows you really how you can absolutely elevate a card project quite simply with a few flowers. People talking earlier as well about having them made up, Debbie, and then just adding them, you know, last minute to sort of a quick card to really make it look quite stunning. Let me take you through. So maybe you've already got the dies, maybe you make a lot of flowers and you want a bumper collection of foam. That's exactly what we've got here for you. 57 sheets, $15.98 or $22.90 you're saving, which is excellent. So in here you'll get 12 of the holiday hues. You will also get 12 of the autumn hues, 12 of the spring hues, 7 of the foliage greens, 7 of the floral bouquet, and you'll get 7 of the white. Now the white's a great one because you can add colour to that. You can ink that and make that any colour you want, which is really quite handy. So they're available for you. We also have a jumbo collection of the stamens too. So in here, you will get the white, so you get 400 of the white stamens, which are these here. Again, the white's excellent because you can colour the white, so you can dip that in things like your inks and have it in a whole range of different colours. You'll get the floral bouquet, which is this 400 of those, 400 of the autumn hues, 400 of the holiday hues, 400 of the noir black, and 400 of the metallics as well. 2,400 stamens in there for you. $17.95 or $26.78. That's it's a quarter off, which is brilliant. We also have a deal for you on the white stamens too. So with these, you'll get 7 sheets of the white foam, and you'll get the white stamens as well, which is excellent. So again, a brilliant one to make any colour you wish. $16.47, $26.85 if you want to get your hands on those. Lots of love coming in for those first couple of flowers from Debbie. Mary Pat loves it. Miriam says it's very pretty, as does Suzette Suze. Jerry says I'm looking forward for inspiration to begin a new craft with flower forming. Miriam says making flowers and going to colour with alcohol markers. Also going to do some watercolour ones as well. Sounds lovely. Rhonda says I did my first flower forming with Debbie on Bell's Countryside Craft Along. How lovely is that?
Nice. Yes, I remember doing that.
Sorry?
I remember doing the flower forming on there, yes.
Joe says, I just got out my flower forming supplies to add some flowers to a birthday card for my mum. Such great timing for a little review. Glad to be of service for you. Any questions you've got, get them over to me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. And again, if you've made any fabulous things with the flower forming range, pop us over a little picture. We'd love to see them. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to get those over to. Right, what would you like to share with us next, Debbie?
Right, next we're going to be doing the clover one and the Christmas rose. So don't feel like just because we're saying you've got a Christmas rose in this bundle that you can't cut it out and just use it on your everyday cards, because you absolutely can. So again, I've just folded my foam over 4 times or 2 times to make 4 layers, and that will cut them out no problem whatsoever. You can do a few more, but like I said earlier, it will just they'll just compress a little bit too much to get them apart. So let's take off our tape there. And that's our clover ones. So I'm doing the 3 in here. The clover comes with 3 different sizes, and I absolutely love this one because it's got some really nice massive leaves on here, which are great to craft with. These are also, I mean, I know we're classing them, it's a bit the opposite of what we were asked earlier, Joe, where someone asked, can you use your everyday dies on the foam? You can also use these dies on your everyday cardstock. So you haven't just got to use them on your flower forming foam. So if you do sort of run out of foam before you want to get some in and you just want to use these to create flowers, there's definitely ways of doing that as well. Use your ball tool and your what's it called, your stamping mat, because that's quite nice and dense, so that creates a really nice effect with your with getting your shapes, especially on cardstock. So we're just taking these ones apart. And what I love about flower forming foam is you can use it on anything, so any projects that you've got you can use the flowers on, which is amazing. And because we've got so much foam and so many different colours, you'll be able to use them on every range that comes out, any collections that Sarah brings out, or just to use with things like our creative card dies, our edgeable dies. So anything like that, Joe, are perfect.
Amazing. Christina says, I've got a stash of foam forming supplies. It's quite hard to say, isn't it? Especially if you don't say it in the way that you normally say it, which is flower forming foam. I have to say it in that way or I can't get it out. She says, just looking for the inspiration to start. Thank you, Debbie. And Laurie says, just what we need, some spring flowers in Western Colorado.
Oh,
you all do such a wonderful presentation. Oh, that's very kind of you, Laurie.
Ah, thank you very much. So we're not going to do too much to these ones because all I want is to keep that basic shape. So by popping that on, can you see how quickly that just comes together there, Joe? So just again, let it shrink and form its own flower there. So each petal, just letting it layer down. These have really lovely big petals, big spaces that you don't have to do a lot with. We can literally just shrink them down. Oh. And then we've got something on here. I think someone's burnt, as our Becky been doing the iron with because it's got lots of brown marks on here. Didn't have these
We
before.
need to get some of that. You can get the I was going to call it something else then. Sole plate cleaner, can't you?
Well, I don't know.
For your iron. I was going to call it bottom cleaner and then I realised that sounded wrong. You get iron cleaner. It's like a thing that you use to clean the bottom of your iron with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it gets rid of all of those sort of burn marks. Because it's a nightmare to iron with once it gets marks on, isn't it?
Yeah, as soon as I'm terrible for just wiping at the side of my ironing board.
Oh no.
Do you not do that?
I've got one of those big
Have you not
ones.
noticed the one at the house?
Oh, I know. I didn't iron anything at the house. I ironed it all before it comes up.
Because I burnt my red top onto that iron. And,
and
I just...
bit red is on the back of this shirt. Is that what that big red bit is on there?
That's why it's all red at there, because I just wiped it on the side. I got it all off in the end. It was so bad, I had to let it dry and then peel it off.
Oh, Debbie, what are you like?
I know. There's no hope for me, Joe. I know. Just don't let me do housework or any jobs like that.
I try to avoid it at all costs, to be honest.
So this looks lovely. This reminds me a little bit of a, I can't think of the word I want to use, but a different type of rose. You know the roses that have those real sort of fluffy open bud leaves? You probably don't know this what I mean, but I'm sure you. You know, you get they're like quite big-headed roses. And they have these big, like you can see, this might remind you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fluffy,
the name won't
fluffy leaves. Yeah, I can't think of sort of names. They're more specialist roses, aren't they? Right, oh, well, we've got our bigger ones here. No, I was forgetting about that. We can make it even better. So let's just, and the nice thing about these is you can add as many or as little as you want. If you just want to do a little bud, then use your iron to do the little bud ones, and you don't have to do a lot else. But these, by using all of these, it just really packs out your flower and makes them look so beautiful and realistic. They'd be great for if you wanted to make your daughter's corsage, which would be beautiful. But look at that. It's just, the more you put on, that sort of curly flower looks absolutely incredible. I love that.
Really full, isn't it?
So let's just get, now I've got some stamens here, so I'm going to just pop, because what I want to do is I've got some bluish ones here. I want to match these with the same colour as what we're doing the flowers themselves. So let's just make up these little stamen pieces. And then we've got our pink ones as well. One there. So I think we get all these as well, Joe. I think these are in the stamen pack.
There's thousands of stamens in that bundle.
Yeah, they're so good. And again, don't just use them with your foam ones. You can use them with your everyday ones as well. So stamens with everything. So let's just cut a little bit of wire and do those ones. And you don't need too much. It is just a case of wrapping them round. So doubling them up and then creating that little twisty piece on the end. Just twist your wire. If you've got wire, you might have wire that's a bit too strong, then just use a little bit of your little pliers, and that will get those twisted over for you.
And if we're buying wire, Debbie, is there like a certain gauge or anything, or a certain type we should ask for if we're going into like a craft store or something?
Well, not that I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of that.
Something like forestry wire.
So forestry wire, yes. So definitely this is forestry wire.
Right, okay.
So it's much more pliable.
Or sort of I'd imagine very fine jewellery wire would probably work as well,
yes, so I've got jewellery wire as well, but I've also got some wire which is jewellery wire, but it's quite tough.
Yeah,
so,
some of the heavier gauge ones can be quite stiff, can't they?
Yeah, so I would say anything that just gives you flexibility and you could twist with your fingers.
Amazing.
Yeah, would be your best bet. So yeah, and that'd be much easier to do. Right, so we've got those two. Now let's do this other one. So this one is in fact a Christmas rose. A really nice one to use again, and it is just a case of, we've got lots of static in this foam at the moment, so I think it's where they've been in the studio.
Jean was asking what setting your irons on.
It's on, mine's on hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I always just put it up high, and then it just moulds them straight away.
I know there are other systems, let's call them out there, Debbie, where you don't heat set the foam.
Yep.
But for me, having seen lots of different flower forming systems over the time, I think this is what really sets ours apart. The fact that some of these samples that we've got are years old, aren't they? And yet they are still holding their shape, because the amount of time, without the amount of times with other systems you're having to get a heat gun on them, zhuzh them back up, try and reset them again. Once these are set, they just really seem to be so much more robust than any others that I've seen.
Yeah, and it's always like we say with, and it's no joke when we say about Leanne being quite thorough when she picks what she wants to come to TV or to stores or wherever we sell it, is the fact that she does make sure that we have the best of everything and also the best value for money, because if we do something, it's got to be right, but it's also got to be, we've got to be able to offer. I've just spit that one, look, heavy-handed again, Joe. It's just I'm talking, doing it. And also you're better off doing this each one at a time, Joe, because the longer you leave them, the cooler they cool down. So if you do one petal at a time, they stay warm, so you can manipulate them. But you can see, I mean, just being able to stretch that over the ball tours, creating beautiful effects. And it just gives you a realistic flower, more than just having a flower that's just layered up. And I love the fact that every petal is different, because it's like flowers themselves. Nothing is uniformed, it's not perfect. All petals sort of grow in different directions or different ways and different sizes. Oh, keep saying, oop. We keep pulling them. Right, there we go. Let's pop them on now and finish our last flower, and then we'll pop that into a card. So I'm going to start with my smaller petals, so we can put them at the front, and I'm just offsetting them. You could, if you wanted to, pop these, like glue each one down if you wanted to. Okay. There's no harm in doing that. But I just think once you've stuck them down, and because your stamen goes right the way through, you don't really need to attach each one to each other.
Excellent. Any further questions you've got, get them in. Katie Wilson says, Debbie nails are gorgeous in capital letters. Love that colour.
I know, they're rather bright pink. It wasn't, I didn't want to go for such a bright pink. You know when something looks nice and bright at the time, but then when I got it on, it looked a little bit neon. But I quite like them. It's nice and summery, isn't it? Look at that, Joe. How beautiful is that flower? Everyone, I know I'd stop and look at them, but I just love them. So if you take a look at all the 4 flowers that we've made, all very different, we're going to use them all on our project.
So am I right in thinking then, Debbie, if we wanted to make some sort of small, like a couple of smaller versions or a couple of larger versions of those, would you just use like all the small ones or all the large ones? And would that give you a variation in size?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you just use less petals.
Okay, cool.
Just use less. Right, so I've got some papers here from Sarah's Country Lane collection, and I've just used my nesting dies to create myself a little easel card. So nice and easy. I love doing cards like this, especially an easel card, because I like to be able to have that fluidity of your flowers sort of coming down the card. So let's just pop that into place as well. So if you've got any just nesting dies, use them to create your actual template. Did you say where that
paper's from, sorry, Debbie?
Sorry?
Did you say, was it Country Lane, you said?
Country Lane, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, Country Lane. If I hadn't already done my die cuts, I would have switched it out and used the new Hummingbird, because that would be absolutely beautiful with these.
Well, it's in stock. I will share that with you very shortly.
And as with an easel card, because we want that to stand up, all I'm going to do is put the tape around my circle at the bottom. That's then going to allow for my easel card to stand proud. And I'm going to put the more open side on the left-hand side, where we're going to put our flowers. Just running that in line there. And then what we want to do, we want to create our card. So we want a stopper, but I also want to use our main, one of our flowers as our actual stopper at the base. So what I'm going to do here, Joe, we can then start to cut these off. So if we're not going to use them, just cut them off. Leave a little bit on the end there, because then when you come to using your hot glue gun, that will just make sure that all the that will all stay together. I'm going to put a fair bit on there, because what I want to do, I should have this in the other hand, we want to use this as our stopper. So I want to make sure that that's going to come down where it's going to stop my card. But I don't want to put that on just yet, not until we've got that freely in place and the glue dries. Oh, and then all I'm going to do is pop a ribbon in there to hold all that in. There we go. So that's our first one. And then I've just got a few dies, some leafy dies that I've just cut out, which we're going to use. And actually I'm going to trim these up. So let's do them around here.
Shaddai says, sorry, Prince Joe, extremely late. My excuses, I got carried away doing some crystal art. What am I like? You're forgiven, Shaddai. Anyone else, you're forgiven.
All right, let's just pop another glue stick in. There we go. And then just pop those in. Oh,
What makes the hot glue particularly great with this, Debbie? Because I know it's pretty much everyone seems to use the hot glue gun for these.
Yeah, it's because you get an instant stick more than anything else.
Right.
And you don't have to, so with a glue gel, so glue gel is good, our 3D glue gel, but the trouble is with that, Joe, it takes a little while to dry.
I guess because they're heavy, they're going to kind of move around.
Yes, and that's the other thing. So hot glue is quite a light glue when it's down, where your 3D glue gel, because it's a gel, it's thicker and heavier.
Okay.
So because it's already there, where this is actually a thin glue that's just welding things into place. So it makes quite a big difference. Right, now what we're going to do from here, now this is what I love about having an easel card. When you've got your base here, I want to create them then going around my card. So it looks like from the bottom they're trailing around. A little bit like, does anyone remember Sarah doing... I think it was the teapot, was it? Teacup.
It's not around. I did see it recently. I can't see it now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know where that's gone. But it's, the floating teacup. That's what it was, Johnny. But the thing with the floating teacup was it has that element of trailing, flowers trailing. And that's what we want to create. So I want to create it so it looks like our flowers are flowing down onto the base card. So I've put my next one there. We've got then our purple one.
Can you make these float, these flowers?
Make them float.
Do they float? If you put them in water, would they float?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
I would have thought so.
You know, because sometimes you see that, don't you? Like displays of floating flowers. Like, I wonder if you could do that with foam flowers.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I don't know how well your flowers would last. That's the only thing. Because they probably wouldn't last too well. And then we've got our beautiful lily. Oh, let's just trim that one off as well. It would probably look nice for a decoration just for like the evening. Probably be able to do really nice sort of flowers. So we're going to pop that one there. And then we've got our birthday designs. I'm just going to pop that into place. Let's just pop that on in there. Actually, I'm going to offset that a little bit. There we go, that's better. And then I've just got a few leaves just to pack that out. Just going to take them apart. So it's just a case of putting your flowers where you want them and then having sort of just working out where you think they're going to look nice. I could play like this for all day, Joe.
I guess knowing when to stop is the most difficult thing at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Just love them. And you can always shape it. See, I've done my leaves out of just normal cardstock. So you don't have to do them all. Let's have one coming out of there. And then I'm just going to do this last one at the top. And there we go. Such a beautiful card, this one. And for any occasion, I mean, you could do this for a wedding, birthdays, Easter, anything you want it for. And there we go, Joe. There's our 4 different flowers that you've seen, all trailing down that beautiful easel card. Really, really beautiful. And you could be replicating exactly that as well if you go for these very dies today. Let me take you back through then what you are getting in here, because it really is a substantial amount of dies in here. So first up, you're going to get this. It is your autumn leaves. And these, of course, can be autumnal. You can absolutely make these more summery, use them as foliage, a great sort of base to build your flowers up onto if you wish. You've got the holly in here as well. Then you're going to get this one, which I think is brilliant, the pine cone. Really is a big, substantial flower, that one. Then we also have the foliage, which is this one just here. You've got the poinsettia coming in there. This one here, this is your ivy. Then you've also got these, so the hydrangea garden, and this one is that winter rose as well. And then you're also going to get included in there the leaves and vines, the lily, the peony, and the clover. And they're like the 4 hero original dies that we've got along the bottom row. Just that's where the range really started. So you have got a really good sort of cross section of some summery ones, some more wintry ones, some of the original heroes as well, which is brilliant. Debbie is so skilled at this, says Enchanted Craft Fairy. Those flowers are beautiful. Marsh says it looks amazing. And
Kate says, oh, they're perfect, Debbie. Good colour choice. Absolutely. Right, I think we better give you an opportunity to check out your basket because it's very busy on that weekend mystery bag as well. So if that's in your basket, over a third of that's gone. So do consider checking that out. And then when you come back, if you stay with me, I'm going to give you another little look through that amazing hummingbird collection. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We do create every single day. Right, card of the week says Deborah Bomman Allen. Ooh. Fighting talk. Hold the show. Hold the show. Ready? Hang on, let me bring it over here. It's got to beat this. It's only got one eye though, it can only go one way round.
It's a very strange looking chicken.
It is, isn't it?
What is it? Oh, is it? That's what it's for? An egg holder?
An egg holder, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like real eggs. Oh, just popping out to the coop.
Could be your mini Easter eggs.
Yeah. Would you box that card to send it? Asked Catherine.
Yes, because it's quite it's got quite a depth to it. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, these sort of cards aren't the cards that you would just sorry, Joe, not quite the cards that you would just post out. You would give them to that special person.
Amazing. Yes. So I hope that helps. Kathy says gorgeous card, absolutely gorgeous. Says Mary Pat as well. Loads and loads and loads of love coming in for that. The time has come for you to us to have a little look at the Hummingbird collection. Oh, it sold out at launch. We knew it was going to be popular. I don't think any of us knew it was going to be that popular though. We have begged, stolen and borrowed to get a little bit more, and a little bit more is what we have. I would be extremely surprised if this lasts the weekend, because knowing how much we have, knowing how busy it was, a lot of people are now choosing to come back and get more of the consumable elements as well, which means it's going very, very quickly. Let's start off with this gorgeous, gorgeous pad. It is absolutely stunning. The imagery in here is just so amazing. As I said earlier as well, we'll play really nicely with lots of other collections that you might have. I'm thinking chinoiserie, the Lily collection, even Country Lane, vintage butterfly. There's loads of things that are going to work and mix and match with this. I love. What's really nice about it is the florals are, the hummingbirds, sorry, aren't. They're not massive focal images. I just think they're a really nice accessory to those wonderful soft watercolour floral backgrounds that you've got there. So you've got that in the 12x12 and in the 6x6. That's going to come to you. You are also going to get the luxury linen cardstock as well. That's going to come in there for you. And you're also going to get 24 sheets of the vellum. I must pull a... The vellum was off the chart busy yesterday. We'll just pull a few of these out just to give you an idea of some of the designs that you're getting in here. Look at how stunning these are. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. And that vellum's a really lovely, thick vellum. It's got a really nice opacity to it as well. So just gives you that illusion of, you know, more depth and more layers. But again, all designed to work beautifully with the whole collection. It really is stunning. So you've got that in there. So that's your vellums. 24 sheets in the vellum pack as well. It's really good, substantial size, that. Then we're going to move into some of these. So here you've got your textured lace, wonderful edgeable in there. This is extremely intricate. There is so much detail within that one there. We've also then got this one. Isn't that gorgeous? What I love about this is that I see you being able to snip that out, Debbie. You know, use the hummingbird on its own, use that little bit of a floral as maybe a corner or an accent, or use the thing all together. I think that's what you want, is it? Something, you know, items that are really, really versatile, and this collection really delivers on that for you. This one here, use a stamp on its own or use it together. We were talking in the earlier show about people posting videos online. You know, I've been feeding hummingbirds, like with sort of sugar water. Really, really stunning. Then we also have this. Now, this is your fragrant florals. I can see you using that with this collection, but across lots of different crafting, especially in the summer. It's got kind of an oriental feel to it. You know, it's like a lovely holiday in Thailand, isn't it?
Because I think it's got a little bit of a Hawaiian feel to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely got a sort of tropical element to it, hasn't it?
Tropical, yes.
Then you've got this here, which is your hummingbird creator card. I mean, that there is absolutely stunning. I love the way that wing pops out there as well. You can see how much dimension that's going to give you. Cut it in or use the outside edge die as well to cut that out. So again, options. I was saying earlier to Michelle, I think this is a collection of dies you're going to use across all of your different collections. You know, to have those really lovely big substantial tags and flowers, how handy are they going to be?
They're just, I love that set, and you're right, Joe, I think I'm going to be using them tags on so many different things, and I'm just looking at those flowers and leaves. They'd be great for the flower forming foam as well.
Really, really would. They also will go really nicely. Do you remember that Violet Studios paper pad that we had?
Oh, yes.
Would work really well together
with those
that.
big leaves, yes.
Really similar.
Amazing.
And then lots of really nice sentiments in here. So spread your wings and fly. You are wonderful in every way. Follow your heart, it knows the way. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, I love
that. And then we've also
Not always.
Sorry?
Not always.
Mine just keeps leading me around in circles, Debbie. It's got me nowhere. Right back to the start. So you've got those in there, and then you've also got this. I mean, this is beautiful. I know this is a 3D embossing folder, Debbie, but this feels like there's 3D embossing folder and then there's this embossing folder. Like the amount of dimension and sculpture you've got on those florals in there is just, honestly, next level. It really, really is. Katie says, can Joe thumb through the 6x6 for me? Of course I can, Katie. You just stay there. Don't you worry about that. Exactly the same, just resized for you. So it's just in those smaller designs, which I think are brilliant. Really lovely for little sort of keepsakes, home decor, little box frames. I think they work well as.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Really, really stunning, isn't it? So it's exactly the same as a 12 by 12. So it's resized for you into that 6 by 6 size. So you've got that one just there as well. A brilliant deal for you on that. It is the launch deal, $99.99, $124.35. If you are a platinum member, you're looking at under £80, under $100. What I definitely say is lots of you, in fact more of you, are adding extra papers and vellums and stuff in there. And I think when we have a collection like this, Debbie, and you know that it's like a knockout collection and people have loved it.
Yep.
I mean, the chance of us getting these papers and vellums back, slim to none if we go by, you know, previous collections. So if you think this is going to be a collection that you're going to be crafting with for a long, long time to come, it would definitely make sense to put some of those extras in before they are gone, because it's not going to be long, Debbie, is it?
I always think any consumables like that, you need to get multiples off, because yeah, there's certain times where you just know a paper pad is going to be the best out there, and that is definitely one of them that's in the collection. And actually, I love the smaller print as well on these ones. Normally I don't mind whether it's small or big, but I think the small print on there is absolutely stunning. Looking at that last one you showed was that embossing folder, Joe. This one's quite simple, just doing it onto blue card and then adding your gilding wax on top. Just makes it look so effective. And you're right, it's such a beautiful 3D folder. Using all your different designs that you've got, I love this one, building up all those different flowers that we were saying about being quite tropical, and using those borders down each side of this card, make it just look incredible. I adore this one. I think this is maybe one of my favourite dies. It is so simplistically stunning, a beautiful design, and like Joe said, snip into it, cut it out, paper piece it, so many different ways you can do it, but just leave it white like that, put in some cardstock behind those flowers. That looks incredible. And then there's vellums in the background. That's actually on the inside of that card. Can you see how effective is that? It looks amazing. Then you've got that little hummingbird that you can use in your different designs. I think that's like a little boxed front stand there. I've not seen a card like that before. It's very cute. Yeah, I like that one. And then that beautiful creator card. I mean, that is just stunning. If you want a simplistic design that you can just pop onto any card, there's definitely the designs for them in this collection, which is incredible. Right, so let's pop those to the side, Joe, and then we're going to do a little card. So just going to bring in my pieces here. We're going to be using that set of floral designs. This is the one that's going to be lasting you for a long, long time. So if I just take them off, you get all the dies for them, but these are amazing. So your flowers or your leaves, your foliage that you're getting there is incredible. Then we're going to use that beautiful metal die, which is the hovering hummingbird. I like this one, Joe, because it comes in two parts. You've got your outside cutting edge and you've got your inside part, which makes it that creator card die that we all know and love. So I've cut a piece of card out here and I'm going to use it on I'm just going to bring my frame in. I've created myself an aperture card, so we're just going to do a bit of a diorama card going on. Just folded it in on here, just in case anyone wants to know their measurements. I've done it at 11.5 and I've scored in at 2 and 2.5 inches, rotated it, and then 2 and 2.5 inches. And then I've just used my nested. In fact, I don't think I used this. Oh, I did use this one. I thought it was a different one. No, it was a different one. This one's slightly big, yeah, because the reason being we want our cardstock to be bigger on the outside, but I could have used that. I'm not sure why I didn't use that one, but it doesn't matter anyway, but you could have used it to go through there. Then I've got a piece of card that's going to fit on the inside of this card, and we're going to just cut directly into the midsection. So just placing it. It doesn't have to be perfect because the actual lining up is going to be when you place it inside your card. And then we're just going to lay that on the top and that one as well. And then send that through. So nice and easy. Pop that on my platform, and as you can see, I'm using my Gemini Junior, so all the dies will fit through your Gemini Junior as well as your bigger machines, which is great.
Amazing. A lot of you chatting away. Susie loves the chicken, by the way. Absolutely loves it.
It is amazing.
Christine Mahoney says, I've got 15 paper pads on the way. Yeehaw. By the way, Christine's on tomorrow's craft along. She was going to show us where she keeps all of her paper pads, apparently, she said.
Oh, yes, please. we're going to have paper pad envy.
Absolutely.
Well,
we
I
are.
will. I don't know about you, Joe. Are you a paper pad person?
I love a paper pad.
Let me try and find. There's no dye brush. Where's the dye brush gone?
Oh no!
I've got one in my bag somewhere. There we are.
Any questions you've got, you can get them into me. You know the drill. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion. If you're across it on YouTube, and I'll pop them across to Debbie. I'd love to know how you're celebrating your Easter this weekend as well. What are you up to? You got any special plans? I'm spending it with Debbie.
Are you here all?
Charlotte. I am here. I'm on a bit of a stint at the moment. I am here through until Wednesday evening with you.
Well, I'll see you again Wednesday, even when I leave tomorrow.
Sorry?
I said, so I'll be leaving tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then I'm back on Wednesday.
So I've got you all day tomorrow. I wonder who I'm with on Monday. Should we have a little look? See who I've got joining me over the next 5 days. So you'll be here tomorrow. And then I've got the lovely Debbie Robinson all day on Monday. On Tuesday, I also have the lovely Debbie Robinson all day. And then I've got you all day on Wednesday. So I have had my last, I had 4 shifts last week, and I had double you and then double Debbie.
You did.
And then I've got double Debbie, you Debbie, then double other Debbie, and then a bit of Debbie Fisher on the end to finish up as well. Honestly, I hadn't worked with either of you for weeks and weeks and weeks before last week.
And then it all happened.
What a treat.
Right, so Joe, let me just... I've picked all them out, but I want to bring this one in because, in fact, before I do, I just want to show you how I've done this. If you bring in some of this vellum is great to use behind your designs. So what I've done is if you just pop your vellum into place here, so just move it so it covers where you want it. So that's just, I want to make sure it covers all my bird. And then all you're going to do is take yourself a pencil or a pen and you just want to go round it. On the outside here, so nice and easy. So just go round so you get that line of your bird. So I'm just taking it there. I'm then going to come round here because it doesn't matter if it goes over the lines, but you want to make sure it sort of covers your bird. So just there, so we know that we're coming down, and then around the beak here. So when you take that off, can you see you've got that outline of the bird? So just follow it down so we know that this will come down here, and then we can come across there, which will be fine. And then with here, we're going to come round because we know our wings there, and then we're just going to go straight across there. So when you cut that out, you'll get your design. So I'll just quickly cut it out so you can see. We've got one that I've already popped in. But I just want you to see how easy it is to get that shape around. And you want to cut just inside the line because obviously it's on the outside that you've created it, so you don't want to see it. So just quickly, well, not quickly, but I'm just quickly just going around those sections. So then when you come to, use your dotty tape pen on the back, and then you're just going to place this where you cut that out, and then you get that beautiful paper pieced effect going through. So I'm going to bring this one in that I've already done, and then what I've done, Joe, is I've thrown it away without thinking. I didn't keep it. The piece that cuts out of the beak, cut that out and paper piece it back in over the top.
Oh, nice.
I've just coloured it in my coral. So let's bring those out the way and then bring in this section now. So what we want to do is just create some of these. So I've got my Nina cardstock. Place that onto there. I just want to show you how beautiful some of these cut out. So let's do some of our flowers here. Just creating. We'll just do a couple. Let's do our leaf here.
So many people letting me know how excited they are to be getting their hands on this collection really, really soon.
Oh yeah, so it's only just been sent out, so a lot of people won't have it.
Enchanted Craft Fairies, there's so many great elements in this collection. The papers and designs are fabulous. Joe Holder says, can't wait for this collection to arrive. Pamela says, this may have to be my Easter present to myself.
Absolutely.
Ooh, Easter gift to yourself. I hadn't thought about that one. That's a great idea. Betsy says, Joe, I love it when you wear your papaya shirt. This always causes controversy, doesn't it? I haven't worn it. It's the first outing this summer for the shirt. Is it papaya? Is it melons? Someone even went to say they thought it might be cacao nibs last time we were on. Who knows what it is? I thought it was melon, to be honest.
Some look like melons and some don't. Like, I don't think the front looks like melon, but then the slices do. Let's pop
What
that
do you
down.
think?
What do you
Melons or papayas? I don't know why I'm spinning around like that helps.
think? Perhaps the print is more noticeable on the back.
Maybe.
Right, so all we're doing here, Joe, these are what I class as outline dies, which I love because you can see your full image through them. So you can't go wrong. So we're just placing that around. I'm just making sure that I can see all those white, darker lines, and then pop those on. And then we'll send those ones through.
Lots of people sending their flower forming pictures in. I'd also like to see pictures. I know some people went for the hummingbird collection when it launched over on HSN, Debbie. So a lot of people might have already got their hands on it in the last week or so. If you are one of those people, I'd love to know, A, what you think of it. Let me know over on Crafters TV or Crafters Companion. And also, if you've been making stuff with it, you've got some makes, send us some pictures. We'd love to see them. We'd also love to see any of your flower forming makes as well. And you can send both of those things to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That's where you need to pop those across to. Enchanted Craft Fairy says, yes, now that I'm looking at this closely, I see how versatile the flower and foliage stamps and dies are. Melanie's saying hi from Florida. Glad to see you, Joe and Debbie. Patty is saying hi from California. We've got Kathy, she says, I think this is one of the most beautiful collection of papers. I've ordered 5 and I'm hoping it's enough.
5, wow.
And Patty says, so happy. We've got 5 whole days of Joe and the Debbies. What a treat.
Ah, that's nice. Yes, always lovely. Always nice to work with you anyway, Joe.
It always is a pleasure, Debbie.
Yeah, I'm going home for Easter Monday because I'm going with my daughter, so I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice enough so we can have a barbecue.
Nice. It was very warm yesterday in Manchester, but no sun, Debbie.
Oh, okay.
18 degrees. I went for dinner last night and walked there in a t-shirt at 7:30 at night.
Wow. Yeah, that's
progress,
very
isn't it?
nice. So
Exactly
that's
what we
one of
need.
our flowers. Done that really simply, and then we're just going to do our leaf here. So let's use I'm going to use my alpine green. So this one's a nice bright green. So we're just going to colour the leaves, and then we're governed by that middle section. There we go, and then we can just blend that in. So nice and easy. You can use whatever you want to with your whatever colouring medium you want. If you're a little bit unsure on watercolours, ink pads, anything like that, definitely tune in tonight and tomorrow. Tonight we've got Craft House, Joe, and we're doing a mixed media special. We say mixed media, it's all to do with sort of watercolour pens, and we've got some aqua pots, embossing folders, different techniques we can do with our embossing. So it's going to be a nice, fun-filled show.
Nice. Is it going to be messy?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I've even bought gloves.
Sorry?
I bought gloves.
Have you?
Yep. Because
my.
otherwise I get stained fingers and nails. So
I can't have that with your no shiny pink nails.
yeah, I thought I'd just bring gloves and then it'll just protect my hands, considering I'm here all tomorrow, and they can get a little bit stained. So there we go, and that's all we need to do for that. So really nice and quick that you can, let's do the stem. You can colour those in. So that gives us a couple of embellishments there. I'm going to bring in my papers, and I've got some other ones as well that I've done. And all I've done is for the back, I've cut out some of those beautiful papers. The papers in this are incredible. So we've got our hummingbird. It's almost like the sort of spot the hummingbird. There's hummingbirds around all the different sections of these paper pads, and really nice. So just have a really good look at them when you get them. I'm not surprised people have bought 4 pads, Joe, because it is the one they're going to use time and time and time again. Because if anyone is like me with their paper pads, once you get a favourite, you just keep using it, and it's always nice to then still have one left for whatever you want to do, or not to do, should I say, because a lot of people don't like to use them. They just like to keep them on their bookcases or in their cupboards, just so they've always got that paper pad that they always love.
A lot of people talk about having one to use and one to stroke, don't they?
Yes, yep, totally. So just using, oh, I've done that wrong, Jo. Oh, no, I haven't, no, I haven't, no, I haven't. Yes, I have, yes, I have, yes, I have.
That was like an excerpt from that song. Anything you can do, I can do.
I was actually thinking,
better.
why
Yes,
have I
can,
done
no,
that?
can't.
I
Yes,
have got
can,
no
I
top
can't.
on it, so I haven't put my top piece of card on, have I? So we need to pop that on first. So let's bring this one in. Before we do that, all I'm going to do is our hummingbird is going to go in the midsection there. So we're just going to pop our tape around the edges, all the way around. And this is the great thing with having a creator card die, is it means that when you come to putting it in place, it creates the whole focal point of that card. So just rub that down into place. And because this wing, like we were saying, comes out, you can actually just use your pokey tool and just create a little bit of depth with that coming up. Really beautiful, that one. And then these ones will go on the side here. Just like so. And that one on the other side. Just trying to get these the right way, I'm not quite sure, but I don't suppose it really matters, does it? Onto there, and then this then will go onto the back. So just like so. And that one to the opposite side. So that should just fit perfectly there.
This is a really stunning card, Debbie.
There we go. So that just gives us just a small little amount there. So let's just bring that in so it all folds together. And then we've just got all our embellishments here, Joe. So spread your wings and fly. So nice inspirational sayings, but there's also just generic ones in there as well. I'm going to use, actually, let's get my 3D glue gel. And let's just pop that all into place. So let's have that just going across there on the front. And then we can use our different flowers to pop around the edges. And it's just a case of building them up, putting them wherever you want them. You can add some little flowers into that design. It's definitely a hard one to choose when you've got so many beautiful elements to use throughout the show.
You could make some gorgeous little arrangements, couldn't you, just with those embellishing stamps and dies on their own?
Absolutely, yeah,
really
absolutely.
lovely little arrangements.
They're just lovely, aren't they? I think these are the ones that everyone's going to have just left on their side of their desk and continue just to use because they are so beautiful. I think let's have one coming down from the top here. So it really gives it sort of that jungle feel almost. And there we go. There's another one of our beautiful cards. And there you are.
Really, really beautiful. Let me just quickly then whiz you back through exactly what you are getting included there in that particular collection. Getting busy now. Don't know how much longer we're going to be able to bring you that full collection for. It is going very, very quickly. This is, of course, that amazing 12x12 paper pad. It's one of those, Debbie, isn't it? You can automatically see the other collections it's going to complement, but at the same time, we've done nothing else like it. It sort of really does tread that line really well between being very unique, but also very complementary to all the other collections that we've sort of launched. You're going to be able to really mix and match it.
I actually think that was a really good way of explaining it, Joe, because you're so right. It will go with all the other collections, I think. But we haven't done nothing like this before. No. I've not seen anything like this.
It's kind of a little bit whimsical, isn't it? It's a little bit mystical, but it's also very nature-inspired. It's very floral, it's watercolour. It's just such a great amalgamation of so many different things and styles. And I think that's why there's going to be something in there that absolutely everyone is going to love. You are going to get as well, remember, that incredible cardstock. 24 sheets of your linen cardstock, 250 GSM, so a really awesome all-round weight, that one. Great for a whole host of different jobs. And then, the vellums. It was the vellums that really caused the furore on Wednesday, I hear. This is what really set the cat amongst the pigeons, apparently, because it was very, very busy on these. Really lovely, great opacity here on these. You get 24 sheets in that pack of vellum. But then what you've also got, of course, is your edgeable. That is your textured lace in there. This is your botanical reef, and you can really see already how you're going to be able to create lots of different elements in there. We could almost flood those back with something like your glossy highlights. I think would look really cool. This is your sweet hummingbird. You've also then got your fragrant florals in there. This one here is the hovering hummingbird. It's your creator card with that removable outside edge, giving you maximum options there. This is your tropical tags that you can see. You then have your spread your wings, all of your different sentiments in there. And last but by no means least, you've then also got that embossing folder there too, with that incredible hummingbird design. I just love the amount of texture and dimension that's on those florals that you've got in there as well. Lots of you still chatting away. Kelly Grant says, seeing the hummingbird papers on the screen doesn't do them justice. I originally was so about them. Ordered a set from HSN when they came. I ordered more. I think the colours are so luxurious and refined. Several of the papers lend themselves to fall and winter colorations as well. Really great point there, Kelly. Sherry says stunning card. Katie loves that last project, as does Joe as well. And Charlie Craft Fairy says, yes, it's a fantastic card and it can be mailed flat, which is amazing. Mary says, I finally hit that magical button and the hummingbirds are flying this way. I know you're not going to be disappointed, Mary. So much paper and so little time. Each one is better than the last. It's hard to stop buying, says Colleen. And Charlie Craft Fairy says, says these cards are so inspirational and these shows are such a great resource to watch. You're more than welcome. Right, let's move on then. I've got to share this, the weekend bag. Oh no. This was meant to be here with us until the end of tomorrow. Doesn't look like that is going to happen, I'm afraid, because already confirmed orders in the first, couple of hours of the day, 40% of this has gone. And it's easy to see why. Over £100, over $140 worth of products. In here, Platinum members, you're looking at £24 or $32. And, oh yeah, triple points on everything until the end of Monday. So in here, I think Debbie needs one of these. You get the die brush and the replacement heads. You can never have too many, Debbie, can you? Never, ever.
Never, ever.
On that note, you can never have too many pokey tools either. So a couple of those thrown in there for you as well. Then a whole host of gorgeous dies. We've got some really beautiful sentiment edgeables in here. You've then got as well your some decoupage flowers in there. Gorgeous stained glass windows. How about some amazing double-sided dies as well? You're going to get some of those in there. The liftables, we've thrown some of those in. It's like a real sort of who's who of some of our all-time favourite die sets here. You're also going to receive as well some sentiment. You've got some of our amazing interchangeable dies, and you'll also get some double-sided sentiments in there as well. So really good mixture of the different styles and types of dies that we bring to you here at Crafters Companion, and a really great way to build your stash. That is going very, very quickly. In fact, there's a lot of you with that in your basket at the moment, and the hummingbird. So we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a short pause. We'll give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
It's just like the gift that keeps on giving, this show, isn't it? It really is, because now we're going to look at some beautiful flower forming items, but from our Sarah Signature collection. It's a really good selection of stuff. I think if you were looking for a little starter kit, this would work perfectly as that, and you've got a good saving here as well. So let me take you through. Should we look at the dies first? Yeah, why not? So these are all from our Sarah Signature ranges. So this one here is your Bewitching Blooms that you've got in there. You will also receive in here your Botanical Blooms. These ones, which are beautiful, these are your Perfect Peonies that you've got in there as well, which is those ones just there. So they are your dies that you're going to get included. We're then going to give you some stamens, so you're going to get some of these ones. Now, are these the... I'm going to have to open these up and have a look. I think these are a bit shiny, these ones. Shiny! Oh, here we go. They are the pure white ones, so you can do as you wish with those. You could put a little bit of sparkle pen over those and make those shine if you wanted to. You could dip them in your favourite inks. You can do exactly what you want. Put your alcohol markers onto there as well. So they're your stamens. You'll also get these beautiful verdant green ones as well, which are the Country Lane ones. I'll open these up for you. It's got a couple of different colours in there. So you've got some really nice sort of lighter ones. And, I mean, I could have showed you those in the packet, really, couldn't I? And you've also got those sort of darker foliage greens as well. And you will get 400 in there, which is brilliant. And then you've got your corresponding foam to go with it. So 16 sheets here from your Country Lane collection. And then also a further 12 sheets from your Enchanted Dreams. All of that comes your way. Platinum price $33.59, $47.19, and remember, triple points on this and anything else across the entire website right up until the end of Sunday, which is just fabulous. So make sure you are taking... Oh, did I say Sunday? Oh, bash me on the bottom with a Woman's Weekly. I meant Monday, until the end of Monday, not Sunday. How dare I? What?
Bash me on the bottom with a Woman's Weekly.
Bash me on the bottom with a
Women's Weekly?
Sorry?
Do they still make Women's Weekly?
I don't know. It's a line from a Victoria Wood song, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, never knew.
I don't know where I store all this information, Debbie. I really, really don't. Not sure where it all comes from.
You do have a brain that stores some random facts.
I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything I need to retain, not a chance.
Right, you know, we keep going on about how you can combine collections. So I'm going to use Sarah's flower forming foam from the Enchanted Dreams, because this colour really does complement the new Hummingbirds collection, which is absolutely stunning. So we're going to do the Hummingbirds collection, but we're going to make some flower forming foams to start with. Now, I just wanted to show you all the different types of flowers that you are getting, and I love this because you're getting an array of all different ones that you can make. These are great flowers to have in your collection. If ever you just want a really good set of dies, these are the ones you want to go for. Even if you've already got these in the Sarah Signature collections, get some more of these, because then you can cut multiples at a time. So I'm going to be using the two out of the Enchanted Dreams, so we'll pop that one to the side. side, and we're going to be using our flower forming foam. So this beautiful purple, the purple and the pinks just complement so well with the hummingbird collection. So popping that, just folding that in half. We're folding them all in half, so those really nice big sheets. They're slightly bigger than an A4 as well, so you are getting real value for money. And then I'm going to do the same. We probably don't need so much of the green, so in fact I'm just going to...
Someone's put in the comments, Debbie,
Yep.
bash you on the bottom with a what now? Woman's
I've never heard
Weekly.
that before.
Woman's Weekly. It's a magazine, isn't it?
It's a women's
magazine.
weekly for the older generation, I
Is
believe,
it?
of ladies, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I used to work many years ago in the news department in Tesco's.
Did you?
Yes. So I done.
Were you
all
always
the-
telling people off for reading the magazines without buying them?
No, never.
No?
I wouldn't do something that I do myself. I wouldn't tell someone off that I do myself.
So don't they put them all in like wraps now, so you can't read them? A lot of them are in like bags now, aren't they, magazines? So you can't just stand there and
only
read
if you're
them.
getting freebies.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
so if you get freebies, they go into bags, but otherwise they're still
okay.
open, yeah. But yeah, so I used to know all about all sorts of magazines, and like the abbreviations of magazines, and yeah, I used to just see them all.
Abbreviations?
Yeah, like NME, yes, right. New Musical
Yeah.
Express.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't believe
I used to
remember
read that when I was in my teens, Debbie.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, lots of things. So, yeah, and I just knew all what they were for, like your Vogue and People's Friend, Woman's Weekly. So People's Friend, Woman's Weekly, they all sort of, what I would say, are sort of more, it's hard to say that they're age, but they're age appropriate.
They're more mature ladies, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, more mature ladies, yeah. But not that youngsters can't read them. But then you had that sort of the mid-between, like the Bellas and the Best.
I never miss
magazines
an edition of the Woman's Weekly, Debbie. Don't you worry about that.
Right, so I'm going to cut one of these out with our pink foam, and then we're going to bring in our purple. And I love this one. This one's got a really nice shape to it. Now, obviously, you won't be so wasteful with your foam. You'll make sure that you'll get lots of your dies out. So make sure you sort of group them up properly together. So let's just pop that on. I'm going to be really careful, and I need to just move some of my items out the way of my machine. I've got so much going on here, Joe, what with the iron, the glue, the hot glue, and then all my dies and samples and prep. So slowly putting that in. I'm being really careful because I don't want my dies to move, because I've been quite risque putting all my dies in without sticking them down.
Leonard says yes. They still do the Women's Weekly. Yes, it's a line from Victoria Wood's song.
There you go.
It is it the anthem of Bob and Frida or something like that? Have you not heard it? I'm going to play it to you after the song. It's really
I've
quite
never
fabulous.
really been a Victoria Wood fan.
Shall I pop it onto my Facebook after the show so everyone can have a little look at it?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's PG enough. I don't think it's that naughty.
Is it naughty?
Is it naughty, Charlotte? Sorry? Is it?
Charlotte's saying yes.
We'll let Johnny proofread it. Not a good sign, apparently.
That's funny. Right, so let's pop all those out. Just want to make sure we don't lose any of our dies. So there's the 6 flower dies, and then we did the 4 of the leaves. I mean, the leaves look amazing just as they are as well, don't they, Joe? Because they add all those lines into it. So popping them out. There we go. And then all we need to do is take those apart. So you've got those, the 3 different sizes in each one. And I've cut them 4 times. Now, of course, you don't need to use all the flowers, but if you want to, you can. What I am going to do, though, because I want to create some buds. So your smaller ones create quite a nice little bud, and I'll show you exactly. You don't have to do anything to them apart from just pop them onto your iron. So
Alexia says, wow, triple points, nice Easter gift.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
What an excellent gift for you.
It's an excellent extravaganza.
Did you hear Charlotte's eye roll?
Yeah, always.
I heard it.
Only at you though, Joe, never at me.
No, no one else gets it.
It's like, nope. I love hearing Charlotte because she's very quiet, and then you hear the little giggle in the background when you do things. It always tickles me.
She is a funny stick, isn't she?
Funny stick.
Debbie, can someone call the police, please? Who stole the last hour and 35 minutes of this show?
No, no.
Flown by,
Oh
isn't
my
it?
goodness. Now that's well, I suppose it takes a little bit of time to do them. That's probably why. I hadn't realised.
Great though. Loads of education. Everyone absolutely loving it in the comments.
that's
And
good.
you've made some gorgeous things as well.
Well, I've only done 2 demos. That's quite frightening, really. But yes, flower forming fabric, we have done it from beginning to end, rather than just having this is what they make. And I think that's really important when we're doing a masterclass, Joe, to show those different varieties, but also on how you get that effect. And it is so simple because it is just a case of putting your foam flowers to the iron and letting that do the work. You don't even need your ball tools if you don't want to use them. You can just use your iron and then just pick them up, and they'll create just really beautiful flowers. So I won't take all of these because we don't need all of these leaves, because I feel like I'm taking ages to get these apart. There we go, let's pop them down. So all we're going to do these quite quickly, I'm going to start with my pink ones, quite the big ones. I'm just going to find my ball tool and just give this. Now what I have done is turn this down just a little bit because I felt like this iron was hotter than the one I had at home.
Who are just a little bit more for you Ginny G fans out there.
Oh, and actually, no, that's not distress. I'm not going to distress because it'll take too long to show you how to distress the edges. All I'm going to do though is work my ball tool just over there, bring in my piece of sponge, and then just go down into the centre, and then we can start just doing the same with the others. So it's just a case of using your foam to its best advantage, and that's heating it, manipulating it, using your ball tools. You definitely need your ball tools to be able to create gorgeous flowers. And it really helps with just the arrangement of them, stretching those petals out and getting that gorgeous shape.
It's mesmerising. I could watch you do this. I'm stood over here, literally just staring.
Yeah, just staring.
Staring. I'm just thinking if you could make me some sort of, some sort of headpiece or something, Debbie, so I could be like a flower fairy when I go to Glastonbury for the weekend. Very on brand for Glastonbury.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loads of people have lots of flowers and.
I am sure we could do something. I don't feel like that's.
I'm just going through the fancy dress themes, Debbie, for Glastonbury for the weekend.
So what are the themes?
Themes are Sequin Saturday, which is always a very popular one.
Oh, you've got that sorted. You've nailed that. You've got a lovely sequin top.
I know, but I feel like I need something new. I always have a new one for Glastonbury.
Oh, okay. Could you not just add to it, add some flowers to it?
I'll tell you what I have seen, a mirror ball helmet.
Oh.
So it's a helmet, like a motorcycle helmet, but it's all mirror ball. It looks amazing, but if it's sunny, honestly, it'll start fires all over. If it's dry and sunny, gosh. But yeah, it's mirror ball helmet. And it actually wasn't that expensive either. I think it was about €65 I saw it online for.
Oh.
So I think I might have to get that. Sad Shirt Sunday.
Sad Shirt Sunday.
Yeah, terrible shirts.
So really bad ones, yeah, I like that. Have you got any?
And then the other one we're going to do is, because Sir Paul McCartney is...
Johnny!
Johnny goes, just lend some of Ben's. I'll text him now, be like, can you pop me some of your shirts? Got any shirts I can wear for Sad Shirt Sunday at Glastonbury? The other one we're doing is also, Sir Paul McCartney is headlining one of the nights. Oh. So there's 8 of us going, and we're all going to dress up as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. So we're all going to do like a group fancy dress, all as the album cover for that. So I think that'll be really fun.
That's amazing.
All in the jackets.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney will be amazing. Can't wait for that. Because I wasn't meant to be going, Debbie, and I just miraculously managed to get a ticket at the last minute in the resale.
You're very lucky as well.
Really excited for that.
Oh, that's
feels like
so
everything's
amazing.
back to sort of almost back to normal.
I was just going to say, yeah, because I bought you your Glastonbury book, didn't I? Your 50 years.
Sorry?
Your Glastonbury
book. You
book.
bought me the book. Yes,
years,
indeed.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
But you haven't been able to go for.
Well, also hilariously, the book for the 50th anniversary came out, and then the 50th anniversary didn't happen. This is finally the 50th anniversary one this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be able to give everyone all of the top facts when I'm there, won't I? Of Glastonbury through the years. I'll have to swat up.
It'd be amazing. So there we go. We've just used 2 of them, Joe, to go through the the 2 largest ones to make our largest flower. So this is what we're talking about by making different sizes. So just pull those stamens through if they want to come through. Oh, it's because some are bigger than others. I don't know what's happened there. Well, we'll just leave them like that. But look, so we've made our smaller flower by just using those bud ones and then our bigger one. And then we're going to do the same with these, but I'm just going to do these quite quickly. I put that off because I thought it was going to stay on for too long before I got my ball tool on there. And just for quickness, we're not going to do too much to these ones. I just want to heat them to create some beautiful flowers. Do those ones, and then we've got our smaller ones here, and these are going to go right to small little balls. Look, when we take them off, I love it when they do that because that creates those really
like little cupped buds,
delicate
aren't they?
little leaves, yeah, inside, that then fill out the flower and make them just take their shape.
Elaine wants to know if you're gluing your stamens before you slide them into the flowers, something she struggles with apparently.
I never glue mine, but some people do, yeah, absolutely. So I don't do it because I think it just creates a lot of mess, and I struggle to do it as well, Joe.
Lily doesn't use any wire whatsoever. Have you seen her put a flower together, Debbie?
No.
She has a totally different way of doing it than anyone else. I know everyone else has like a bit of a variation, don't they, on how they do it. But Lily does it with that wire. I can't remember how she does it. I guess it's just about finding what works for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you could just stick each individual flower together. And I've done that before. So like you would put a blob of glue in the middle and then just stick the next one on. And you keep going like that and building the flowers up. So you could, yeah, definitely build them up like that. And then you can still, Joe, when you put your hot glue gun through the centre, you can still put your stamens through that.
Oh,
they
amazing.
will go through because your glue will just creates a sort of more of a spongier base, so that you can do that.
Eden says these flowers will be perfect for Coachella. Started yesterday in California. I did see because Monsieur Harry Styles headlined the first night of Coachella.
Ah. Yeah, he's our favourite at the moment, isn't he? Mike, you're going to see him, aren't you?
I utterly adore him. I really wish I was going to see him. He is playing a gig in Manchester, Debbie. And
Just let me adore you.
Sorry?
That's his song.
Oh, okay, you're
singing.
He is playing a gig in Manchester, and it's on the day that I'm going away to a friend's birthday somewhere, so I'm going to miss it. So I don't think I'll see him. Fingers crossed, maybe he'll just like pop up somewhere at Glastonbury, you know.
Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? You
Who
never
knows?
know. Right, so this one we've not done anything to, and it creates such a beautiful flower. So let's just do those last stamens through that centre. Pull those through. Oh, there we go. But look at that, such a nice, unusual flower, that one. Just
really
beautiful. Cool. So we've got our 3 flowers and our petals. So that's part of that. Are we okay to carry on, Johnny? Or should, yeah, let's just carry on then. So let's do our, I'm going to use now, we're going to bring this in so we can decorate. So with the hummingbird, I'm using the textured lace. This is beautiful, this border.
I couldn't believe how much intricate detail is in this, Debbie.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And it's stunning. I mean, really stunning. So I'm just going to place that on the edge there. Now, just going to let you know, when you're using a border die, just check. I mean, obviously, you would know that your border cuts on the intricate, detailed part. Sometimes you get intricate detail on both ends, not so straight. So just make sure your cutting edge is at the side of your card where you want it. So we're just going to place that. I'm just going to do it. So my 2 points here connect. So I know I've got that straight, although it doesn't look straight. So it might be because I've not cut my piece of card straight. Yeah, I don't think I've cut my card particularly straight, so I'm going to pop that on the line there. And then just add some tape onto there and send that through. And also, actually, while I've got that going, let's cut out, because I do want to cut out, we've got the hummingbird as well. So there's 2 ways of doing your hummingbird. You can stamp it and then cut it, or you can cut it, which I'm going to do now, and then stamp it. So you can't have a collection without obviously having the hummingbird in there. So I've got some Nina cardstock, and we're just going to send that through.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what?
Harry Styles didn't appear until 4 a.m. at Coachella. Oof.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Hang on, is this because Pammy's on the East Coast and her daughter was watching it on telly and it's on the West Coast? That's still 1 a.m., which is very late. I feel like I need a little bit more clarity there, please, Pam E. Yeah, we're watching it at home, but 1 a.m. So a lot of music festivals, so our music festivals here, Debbie, they run all throughout the day. So they'll start, like Glastonbury, for instance, starts the main stages. They start about midday in the afternoon. They run till about 11:30 in the evening. That's about standard. In other festivals around the world, especially warmer places, they don't start till like 6 p.m. at night, Debbie, and the music on the main stages goes till like 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And then people just sleep all day in the sun because it's too hot.
Well, that sounds good to me.
It does, but imagine being in your tent in the blistering sun.
I've never been to a concert in another country.
In another country?
Yeah.
Oh.
Been to a concert in another
I
country.
feel like we need to rectify that, Debbie.
Have you?
Yeah, I have a couple of times. I feel like there's something lovely about going to a concert abroad because you get holiday and concert all together at the same time. And often, especially if you're in the UK, it's cheaper to see people on the continent in Europe, yeah. So I'm going to see Anastasia in Amsterdam, for instance, later in the year, and the tickets here in the UK were £82, Debbie, and they were £48 in Amsterdam.
Oh.
And that's the difference was greater than the cost of the flight. So it's like, it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
That's
Cheaper to fly to
crazy.
Amsterdam, you see, than it is to go see her down the road in Manchester, yeah.
My son's just been to watch Coldplay in Mexico.
I adore Coldplay. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
hoping to see them this summer. They're at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, he said it was just amazing. Right, the other thing I want to do is I've cut some shapes out. So this was just one of our, I can't think what this was
Chinoiserie?
called. No, it wasn't. No, it was one of our nesting dies. It was a deckled edge Moroccan tile.
It looks a lot
Moroccan
like, you know, the
tile.
centrepiece of the big creator card from the chinoiserie, the bit that it cuts out in the middle. That's what I thought it was.
Ah, okay. Right, so I just wanted to show you how you can use your folder. So this is the hummingbird folder, so you can see it's got the hummingbird in the centre, but don't think that you can't use different parts of the die just to get a really nice creative part on here. So we're just going to put it onto the end, and then we're going to send that through our Gemini, but it's just using those gorgeous designs. And I love doing things like this because it just shows the versatility of your embossing folder. You don't need to just use the whole embossing folder to create extra detail into there. Yeah, I remember when we were filming at HSN, Sarah got invited to go and watch Pink in Florida.
To go and watch what?
Pink.
Did she go?
She went, yeah. We were
How
working at HSN and
amazing.
she went, yeah, and watched Pink, and I was so jealous. We have just got tickets to go and watch Diversity. I love Diversity. So Diversity here in the UK is a dance group that won our Britain's Got Talent. So let's bring these parts in here, Joe. What I have done, so you can see, I've used my purple card here. This is the papers and the cardstock. I've just took that out and then cut that out in white. But look how pretty that is, and the depth that you get in there. It just creates something totally different. So we're going to use that on that way, I think. And then we're going to add these papers on. So again, I've just used the papers, gutted it out, put the papers on top. You could use your vellums, but look at the hummingbird in there. It's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous design. So let's pop all this together and then add our foam flowers. Oh, and I've got our bird. So if you stamp the hummingbird, I've just coloured it in because I know that we're fast running out of time. So I've just coloured our hummingbird in and kept to those sort of same colours that we've got in there. But what's nice about this is we've got that beautiful sort of greens going on in the background, but we've also got the purples and the pinks. So then when we bring in our foam flowers, they're all going to match beautifully as well. So let's take these ones down. Yeah, my daughter's a little bit obsessed with Diversity, so she's bought tickets for meet and greet as well, so we're going to meet them afterwards.
There's quite a lot of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's quite a big group of them, yeah. She probably only wants to see Ashley Banjo. And Perry, yes, Perry with his big hair, and he still looks only 10.
He was so tiny, wasn't he, when it started?
And then where's my, there, so we're going to use this one, and then I've just cut a piece of card to pop in the middle there.
You've just reminded me of a very funny story that I read earlier in the week. It was reported in the press here in the UK. You reminded us of Britain's Got Talent related thing, Debbie.
Yeah.
Staff at the Eurostar curtsied to Susan Boyle because they thought it was the Queen.
Oh no!
They genuinely thought Susan,
That's hilarious.
some French staff on board the Eurostar at St Pancras, they curtsied thinking that Susan Boyle was the Queen of England. How hilarious is that?
Well, she obviously looks like the Queen, Charlotte. That's funny.
Because I guess they would have just been told they had a VIP on board. They wouldn't have probably been told, you know, the details of it, and they thought it was the Queen.
So we are offsetting that just a little bit at the side, and then...
Why would she be on the Eurostar? Because she likes to nip over to Calais and get a few bottles of Dubonnet, that's why. She has a gin and Dubonnet apparently every afternoon.
She's not doing anything, is she, at the moment, bless her?
Sorry?
She's not doing anything at the moment.
She is taking it easy, isn't she, Deb? She is resting up. It's a Platinum Jubilee. Do you think we'll make her an honorary Platinum member, seeing as it's her Platinum Jubilee?
Oh, I think that would be a brilliant idea.
I think we should send her an honorary Platinum
Can we invite the
membership.
Prince? I mean, Sarah's met the Prince, so maybe she could invite him. Prince William.
Yeah, she can have a word.
Yeah, she's met
I'm sure
him,
the Queen watches Strictly. I wonder if the Queen does watch. I bet she does.
Yeah, I bet the Queen watches lots.
I bet she watches like. I bet the Queen watches like Home and Away and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, apparently, I always get really confused as to how I'm meant to address them, Debbie. The Duchess of Cambridge, Her Royal Highness, Kate Middleton, she apparently voted on Strictly, and she is an avid viewer.
Well, they're very with it.
Very hip, aren't they?
Royals, aren't they? Yes, very hip with it, Royals. So I love them. They're good Royals. Right, so let's just pop these into place now, Joe. Oh no, look, it's happened again. It always happens.
Yeah, that
we
glue gun.
definitely, this glue gun has been going around for years. I think we definitely need to get a new one.
It's had a battering, isn't it, that one?
It's, I think the piece inside keeps getting stuck.
This has been one of the fastest shows, Debbie, I can remember. It's absolutely flown by, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone really quick. Well, it's gone quick because I didn't realise that was the time. In fact, I'm still really shocked that we've only got, this is only our third demo. I don't think that's ever happened.
They have been stunning, though.
Oh, thank you. Right, and then we're just going to add our leaves. I love this, though, being able to show how you can use these ones with the hummingbird and your foam flowers. And all I'm doing is popping those leaves in, just popping them inside. Pop that down there, just to add those leaves. But it just shows you, even all this foam really ties in with everything, doesn't it? Let's pop that one under there.
I can't believe how much movement there is in that coloured image of the hummingbird.
Yeah, when you, especially Joe, and definitely use your pokey tool to give it movement, like to add that into it. Right, so I think that's looking really nice. Let's have our hummingbird coming into our flowers there. So I think and what I'm going to do, Joe, is use our 3D glue gel, because that's going to heighten that beautifully. And then we're just going to put a nice big dollop on the back there. So that will give us the height that we need. Just like so. And then I've got a nice sentiment here to pop on there. So there we go. So follow your heart. Let's put a bit more there actually, because that's quite a bit high up. Follow your heart, and then all I've got just some extra little flowers that we can use on the opposite side, just for you to see how it just all tones in. Even with our foam flowers, we can use those die cuts as well. just to pop them into place. And then one more onto that side. And there we go, there's our finished beautiful card.
Really, really gorgeous. Again, and you could be creating exactly that in the next few days if you're going for this collection. We have managed to secure that launch collection for you. It did sell out, it is back in stock. We managed to pinch some from a few different places for you, but we've got a fraction of the amount that we had when we launched it. So I'm going to run you back through what's in that collection in the moment. We're just going to get a card of the show underway, Deb. I think you might win today. Oh no, hang on, Michelle's got a card, isn't she? How rude of me.
Oh yes,
I thought you were doing all three shows for a second.
Right, number one was our really pretty easel card. Well, they're all really pretty. I think that's my favourite. Then we've got our hummingbird. I think that's my favourite. And then we've got number three. I think that one might be my favourite.
Oh dear.
1, 2 and 3. At least it's not too many to choose from.
Absolutely. You get your votes and you've got a couple of minutes to get those votes in. Let me take you back through then exactly what you are getting included in this incredible collection. So you are going to get this. You're definitely going to want to pop extras of this in your basket. I'd say definitely if you're in the US as well, you're a platinum member, maybe take the opportunity to pop a couple of extras of these in. I really can't see this coming back again once it's sold out. And it will also allow you and help you get up to that $125 free shipping threshold, which is awesome. So that is your paper pad. 36 pages in there, 180 GSM on that one. Exactly the same, just resized there into the 6x6 for you as well. Then you've got 24 sheets of your luxury linen cardstock within there. 6 different colours are there for you, 4 sheets of each. Then you've got your vellums, and these are stunning. They match those papers perfectly. Tear these, distress these, so many different techniques you can do with them, but they are stunning designs, really floral, amazing colour tones as well all the way through this one. Then we also have this. This is your edgeable that you've got just there, and this is the textured lace. But this one again, the botanical reef. Snip that hummingbird out, maybe snip parts of the reef out. How about decoupaging elements of that reef up onto itself? There are so many options with all of this collection. The hummingbird is stunning. That is a sweet hummingbird that you've got just there. Then you've got the fragrant florals for you there too. I mean, these are going to be so versatile. You can actually make these up into sort of little bunches or arrangements if you want to. If you've got something like a lovely little vase die, these would look beautiful coming out of there. Then we move into this. This is, I think, one of my favourite elements of the collection, the hovering hummingbird. That creates card die. Cut that in or use the outside edge as well to cut that out. And I love the fact that you've got the ability to lift that wing up there. It really gives it lots and lots of dimension, which is awesome. Then we've also got the tropical tags just there. Really lovely big tags. You're going to get lots of use out of them. You're going to be able to use them across a whole host of different collections that you've got. Next up, we also have sentiments for you. So these are your spread your wings. This is wishing you happiness today and always. Let your faith, where's that one? Let your faith be bigger than your fears. Love that. That's a really cute one, isn't it? And then you also have this here as well, which is your 3D embossing folder. Really lovely texture dimensional embossing folder for you there. Right, all of that comes your way. $99.99 if you're in the UK, $124.35 if you are across the pond. That's a great saving. Considering this is brand new, you save $32.89 or $41.50 straight away, which is excellent. And then, of course, you're going to be able to use your Club Inspire discount on top of that. Don't forget also, if you're getting it before the end of Monday, you're also going to get triple points as well, which is excellent. So you'd get, what, 300 points on that if you're paying full price in the UK, 375 points almost if you are getting that if you are in the US, which is amazing. Maybe this is going to be the weekend that we are going to take you up a level in the club. Number 3 is the demo of the show, Debbie.
The last one. Lovely. There we go.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Bebbie, thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure.
It's been a lovely couple of hours. Should we do it again?
Yeah, all right. In a couple of hours?
Yeah, in a couple of hours.
All right. Maybe we'll just have a little sit down, a bit of a cup of tea, maybe something to eat, a bit of a natter.
Sounds
we'll come back and do a lovely craft house show. All right. Me, you, here, 2 hours' time. It's a date. See you then.
See you then.
All right, I'll see you there as well.